All right, so welcome to the show. Welcome to Just for Friends Trying to Figure Out HR podcast. Today, we are going to talk about things that will make you want to throat punch people. And by those things, we're talking about those buzzwords. Are you low-hanging fruit? Have you taken this offline? And if you've heard those things, you're probably as enraged as I am right about now. So we're going to bring our illustrious cast out so that they can run it up the flagpole and let us drill down to our favorite corporate sayings and buzzwords. I'll open it to anyone who wants to raise the bar. I don't know how many I used in that intro, but oh my God.
Let's start off with the family of buzzwords. They're all a family, and they all start with the word quiet.
Quitting?
Okay.
Quiet quitting, quiet hiring, quiet firing, quiet thriving. I've heard these used in so many meetings when we're doing evaluations or performance reviews. Oh, they're just quiet quitting. Oh, well, they're not that sociable, but they try to thrive quietly. And I just want to look at someone and I just want to stare at them for a moment. And I ask myself, like, how are they married? How do they survive a relationship? Because I don't hit people, but they make me want to throat punch them.
I don't know what to say.
What do they mean? I know what quiet quitting means, right? Isn't that like, maybe I'm wrong, but isn't it associated to like bare minimum Monday?
Yeah,
doing your job.
Like you're
Doing-
just
no.
there to do your job.
Bare minimum. Bare minimum. Like if you can get away with doing less than your job unnoticed, bare minimum. Then you have quiet hiring. Those are the ones where we're secretly backfilling positions before we let people go, or we're trying to fill that requisition with someone that we're pre-selected but didn't interview for the job. Quiet firing. We all know what that one is. I'm sorry. I don't know why we're being quiet about it, because if you're a good manager and a good HR person, you kind of tell them that they suck at their job before they get fired. But
Yep.
there is quiet firing where people are quietly setting people up, getting that documentation ready. We've not really written them up, but we're getting all those screenshots, all those evaluations put together, just waiting for the moment. But to me, quiet thriving is the most annoying one. It's the one where they're giving it 110%, but they're not throwing it in your face. They're not like, oh, look at me, look how great I did. So apparently, if you don't brag about your success, or you don't make sure the managers know about your success, but yet you're doing a great job, you're quietly thriving.
I feel
Man,
attacked
what the
in
hell
this
is
story.
wrong with that? Yeah, like
I'm like, maybe they just don't like the spotlight.
Right.
I get burned easy. I get red easy. I don't want the spotlight on me sometimes.
Or you get told to stop being the loud thriver, and so you have to become the quiet thriver.
or it can
Jealous.
create like inter-team issues. Then people start thinking, oh, brown noser, teacher's pet.
Yes.
I don't want that kind of attention on me.
What annoys me about it is the rhetorical word quiet. Well,
Right.
how, if they were doing it quietly, then how did you notice? So apparently they weren't that quiet about it. Like,
I mean, I kill it every day, so I quietly thrive every day, so I can't help it. I don't know. It's so stupid.
I feel like
jealousy.
we all have our quiet quitting days. Sometimes I feel like they're
Yes.
mainly on Fridays. We quietly quit on Fridays.
Oh yes.
I feel like it's Thursday afternoons. Like I'm gassed out. I'm gassed out by Thursday
Friday
afternoon.
Eve,
Like,
baby.
please don't ask me to lean in. Please don't ask me what synergy is. I don't care. I'm done for the week.
Mm.
Listen, can we add the names of the week as well into these buzzwords? Hump
Mhm.
Day,
Hump
Friday.
day.
You just
Day.
said it. Friday Eve.
Winning Tuesday.
Like, w-
Uh,
I mean, just
Manic
stop.
Monday.
Taco
Yeah,
Tuesday.
yeah.
Taco Tuesday. I'm like, there's not even tacos today.
No, exactly.
There's not even a taco truck outside. Why are you saying this?
So you can't have a taco on a Thursday? Like, what's the problem? Like, I don't understand.
Or
What's
wait.
Thursday? There's
Manic
nothing wrong with Thursday.
Monday.
That's what I was saying
Oh,
earlier. Yeah.
yeah.
Thirsty Thursdays.
Okay, that's okay. Thirsty can mean two things, right? You're really
Mm.
thirsty. You need a drink, like a real drink,
Like a margarita.
or you're thirsting for a coworker. I don't know. Like it's not a great use of that word.
I have one. I have one that makes me want to hit people sometimes, and I'm not a violent person, but you get that
Here you
message.
are.
You get that message. Happy Friday Eve.
Happy Thursday.
Mm.
I'm like,
Oh.
I think people are just trying to bring joy to the workplace, and those aren't the quiet ones. They're not the quiet thrivers. They're the ones
look,
that tell everybody, Happy Friday Eve. And you're like, that's right. Tomorrow is Friday. Hell yeah.
I just want to make sure
No.
I want to be transparent though. I am the
Oh.
pot calling the kettle black. I am the pot.
Oh, that's it.
I've done it, but I know who to do it with. Because
That's
I know those
true.
people that they don't care. Don't teams me happy Monday because they're gonna reply back. What's happy about it?
Oh,
So like,
Debbie Downer. Shit. Who pissed in your
or
Cheerios? Damn.
they just might be a
Cornflakes.
realistic
Okay.
Rachel today. But
Realistic Rachel. Ooh.
I
I like
know.
her.
But I do it for the people that need it because we all know there's those people at work that need it. They need that, that amazing, vibrant, voluptuous terms to make them just like,
Voluptuous.
yes, like we need it. We've got to make sure that we're on the roller coaster today, but we're going up.
Oh, Jesus. If I could
What?
virtually throw punch you, I would. Like,
Gonna
that,
thump
I've
you.
I've never heard that term ever, but the first time I've heard it, I already hate it.
Yeah. Well, it's because a roller coaster, goes up and down. And it's basically acknowledging that it's going to be a day with highs and lows. But right now we're on a high.
I'm going to keep going with this, and I'm going to go ahead and say we need to go ahead, everybody, and let's move that needle forward, okay?
Oh,
Let's go ahead and do
Jesus,
that.
move the needle.
What
Oh,
needle? The
Let's-
gas needle. The what? I don't know what you're talking about. What? Please context. What is
you
the
know,
needle?
I have never truly understood, and I can say it's I got a damn PhD in what needle are you moving that is so damn important that we need to say it out loud, everybody. Let's go ahead and we just need to move the needle. Number one, you didn't tell me which way it goes either. Do you want to go left or right? Like, I need context, not
I
this
need details.
BS. Like, I need details of why. Why am I moving the needle? What the hell is it good for me? And I like your analogy. Is it the gas tank needle? Because I would not mind you filling up my truck. I'd be
Yeah,
okay
I don't
with
do that stuff. Thanks.
Well, first of all, is it clean? Is it a clean needle? Safety first, always.
That's what I told you yesterday.
We have to look out for each other because we're all a family here.
Oh, This ain't Olive Garden, damn it.
So why don't we just okay, because there's so many, and we can go off on tangents on I think every single one of these. So if you guys don't mind, let's do like some word association, right? So let's just go down the list, and then someone just say the term, right? And then the second you hear the term, what immediately comes to mind? Like what's the rage that comes to your brain at that point? So
Kenny, you started, buddy.
all right, so let's go with push the envelope. It's an inanimate object. How do you push an envelope?
Is it the same as a needle? Like what?
Yeah.
Why are we pushing? I don't want to do labor. I don't want to do manual labor. I don't want to push anything.
Mama told me don't push nobody.
Are we putting the needle? Are we putting the needle in the envelope?
Yeah, like
and pushing it.
We're moving the needle into the envelope and pushing the envelope.
I know the guy. I know a couple of guys that could use every single one of these terms and say absolutely nothing in a meeting. It's like, it's like, guys, we really have to market ourselves and push the image. You guys see me still?
I need you to bring some transparency there, Big Llama.
Yes, I need you to push that envelope back into focus.
You pay for my Wi-Fi is what I need to do.
I need,
you know what? I
need you to take that needle and bring it into clarity, okay?
I can be sarcastic on some of these, and sometimes I am vocally sarcastic depending on who it is. But it's like if someone comes up to me and is like, Jason, we really need to push the needle, I'm gonna look at them and go, I'm so sorry, I don't do drugs. If they come up to me and they're like, hey, we need to push the envelope on this, I'm gonna tell them I'm out of stamps. Don't come at me with stupid, because I will match you with stupid.
That's why I said, when are you not sarcastic? Because that's stuff I've heard you say before.
I am only sarcastic with the appropriate audience.
We
are
my appropriate audience.
Kenny, are you coming back?
Baby, come back.
I'm here.
Are you quietly quitting?
Oh, he's quietly thriving over there in an unclear space.
Oh,
look, Kenny's trying to think outside the box.
Okay.
Mel,
okay. Mama Mel, pick a word.
Right sizing.
Right sizing?
Ooh, what does that mean? Sizing.
Is that a noun or a verb? Can you give me the definition?
Right sizing. Essentially, we're going to fire a bunch of people and dump all that extra work on those who remain.
Oh, you have been promoted.
Yes, you are one of my elite employees.
You are one of my elite employees.
Exactly. That's what it means.
I love it.
With no pay raise, with no incentive, with no bonus. We're just gonna dump all that. We're gonna right size. We're gonna make this right.
We're gonna right size and then try to tell them it's because they're working on their future.
Mm-hmm. It's because we wear many hats.
Many hats.
Do you know what really gets me though is I'm preparing you for the next level.
Ooh, leveling you up.
Leveling you up. Ooh, that just.
My favorite is the mini hats one, because my response is, I ain't getting hatfished.
Hatfished?
You ain't hatfishing me with mini hats. No ma'am, no ham.
No ma'am, no ham.
I don't know. We may have to take this offline.
I know.
Ooh. Oh.
I'm like, okay. Click, hang up on their face. They call you like, why'd you hang up for? You said to take it offline. You didn't say to take it offline with you. I thought we were gonna self-preservate over here.
This
Let's
is
talk offline.
the things that you wish you could say, but you don't, right? These are the things we wish we could say.
Mm.
Mm.
I wish I can get this time back and hit the ground running.
Yes,
If
it's
we could
okay,
see you,
Kenny.
we would.
We'll put that in the
Can you hear me
parking lot,
okay?
Kenny.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
running
park
right
it.
now because of his dark space. I can't stand it.
I can hear you. I just can't see you. It's all black.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
We really
Yes.
need to drill down on your Wi-Fi issues.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
I think it's okay. Wi-Fi issues are kind of like our version of the flu. Like it's gone around to each of us at some point in time on this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Buddy.
I
So
just thought
tonight
I
is
thought you
my
were
turn.
I thought you were just taking it offline. I'm sorry.
For 10 cents. Oh, sorry. I apologize. For 11 cents a day, you can support someone in their Wi-Fi issues.
11 cents a day. What you got that like cheap internet?
I don't know. That's Big Llama. He knows about that 11 cents.
Say
I
my
do.
internet's like $2.50 a day.
Do you
Oh.
guys do when you wrap up a meeting a little bit earlier? I'll give you back X amount
give you
of
back your
minutes of
time.
your day.
no.
Oh.
Oh no.
I
Once
feel
again,
like you
my
have
sarcasm.
to. Like you just have to.
I'd raise my hand and be like, "So, are you saying you took it away the first time?"
Taking away
Right.
my time virginity. Jeez.
I know. I need to report this to HR. They took time away from me.
They stole time.
Not being properly compensated.
Mm.
Look,
All
y'all
right.
just need
have a
to
good
step up
one.
to the plate, though. Step up to the plate, y'all.
Step up to the plate. Like what plate? Home plate, third base, or we're trying to go out to a random plate sit in the middle of right field?
It's the quiet plate.
You know, are we the one that's still running after you've been tagged out? We're still running.
Maybe the offering plate. That would be a good plate. I'll take that. I could use some
Well,
money.
I know, right?
We know your Wi-Fi tells us all.
Listen, Linda.
Listen,
Damn it, Becky.
At
Damn
least
it,
you're getting.
Becky.
I want a shirt that just says Becky
Becky
on it.
Yes.
This is Becky's fault. We talked shit about Becky last episode, and now you get just a picture of me. See, enjoy that image.
You know, I give Becky a lot of shit, but I honestly and truly have never met a Becky that I haven't liked.
Really?
Yes. Which is probably why I pick on Becky, because I truly don't have any hard feelings toward Becky.
But I'm usually the one saying, "Damn it, Becky." Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and peel back the onion of
Oh.
Becky.
Oh my God,
peel
Becky.
back the onion.
Peel back the
Oh.
onion. So that's when once again, are you saying that we need to be prepared to cry?
Maybe.
I have comebacks for a lot of these.
Oh man.
Great point. Great point. I'd like to just piggyback on what you said and then follow it up with a bunch of irrelevant info. Like you've got nothing to actually contribute to the conversation. You just either like the way that your voice sounds,
Yeah,
and just are going to spew off a bunch of mumble jumble. Like,
yeah. So when someone says, "Hey, Mama Milk, let me piggyback off of you," I'd look at them and go, "Sir, we're at work. That's highly inappropriate. Please don't touch me."
no, the piggyback guy or girl is, first of all, terrible. Throw punches around the horn for everybody. But they're the worst at 4:59 and the meeting is about to end and they just want to hear themselves talk. So I just want to piggyback on what we just covered today. And it's like, shut up. Like we got it. Like we get it. We're actually not even paying attention at that 4:59. I think all of us are looking at the clocks. We're thinking about happy hour and we're ready to walk out. But you want to piggyback.
Yes, that's when they finish talking or they come to a halt just long enough for you to loop in. You just kind of go in there and be like, "Thank you so much for reiterating that information," which brings us to the close of this meeting.
Yeah, no, because we get the one that forgets everything. Like what's that fish's name that forgets everything? The blue one.
Oh, Nemo.
Oh, Dory?
Yes.
Oh, Nemo's orange.
They
Dory's blue.
forget it by the time it comes to the next day, and you're like, we just had this meeting literally
Oh, yeah.
13, 14 hours ago. How did you forget? Like, and you're the one that asked a ton of questions that we all had answers to, except you.
Mm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Dory's.
The Dories of the world.
The
Dory's.
But
Dories.
listen, they don't step up to the plate.
All they're doing is putting the lipstick on a pig.
Oh,
Mm.
when did that become famous? Wasn't that like a politician said it?
Oh,
Who was
heck
that?
if I know.
Sarah Palin said it or something like that. You could put lipstick on a pig or some shit, and then everybody was saying it.
But yeah, you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
Yeah, it's like, why did we introduce that to the zeitgeist? Like, let that shit go. Lipstick on a pig. That's gross.
That's when you look at them and go, "Ma'am, we don't shame our fellow girls. No, ma'am. Everyone's beautiful. We don't call people
Including
big."
the bacon. Including the bacon. The bacon is beautiful.
Listen,
Bacon
I
is
just
beautiful.
I instantly, I don't even picture like Miss Piggy. I just picture a nasty ass pig in slop sitting in their own shit with lipstick on. And I'm like, that is the most like vile image. So don't ever say that. Will you put lipstick on a pig? No. My mind is there.
Yeah, we know. So you just gave a good description of it.
Sorry. I had to, since you can't physically see me on camera, I have to be more expressive.
So you're just trying to get your ducks in a row, huh?
Mm.
What does that actually, you know what? You know what we should do as we're going through, what the hell does that mean? And when was it invented? Ducks in a row. Who puts ducks in a row?
Mama
Well,
ducks.
Mama
So-
ducks do. They follow behind.
Oh, is
the
that what?
mama
See,
duck and
I don't
single.
know the origins of a lot of this shit.
Well, I'm just assuming that's what it means. If I physically think of ducks in a row, they walk in a
It
row.
does. The analogy came from a mama duck gets your ducks in a row, their babies following the mama. But if you're actually anywhere where you've ever seen a row of ducks walking, they are all over the fucking place and
Right.
falling through cracks and drowning, and they're in a row.
So not only is that a shitty buzzword, it's also inaccurate. See? Double
Mhm.
whammy.
Well, actually, technically, if you're saying get your ducks in a row, it means your shit's all over the place. So get your ducks in a row.
The ducks are all over the place when they're in a row
Oh.
anyway.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's where get your
Oh.
shit together and get your ducks in a row. See?
You can't see it, but my brain physically exploded just now. Listen.
Is there
It's all right.
steam coming off of it?
Yes. Remember,
That's
I am
wonderful.
low-hanging fruit.
Kenny, we just need you to lean in, buddy. Lean in.
Listen,
Yep. Lean in.
I'm
Full
not-
transparency.
I'm never leaning into anything ever. I don't care what. You know what happens when you lean in? You know what happens when you lean in a horror movie? You get hit by the bad guy. Okay, you die. No leaning in for me.
Mm-mm.
I'm choosing violence tonight.
I can see Jake from HR just running like he's from what is it? Not Another Scary Movie. Like the fake Baywatch girl. No, Mr. Killer, don't get me.
And then I
But
and then I
honestly,
thought,
but no, honestly, that's what happens, right? Like someone in a very scary movie or a suspense movie, they like slowly lean in to listen or lean into something, and then all of a sudden the jump scare comes. No, I'm not leaning in. Plus, it's so overused, and that's what I hate. Like there's some buzzwords that when they come out, you're like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. I love the way they do that. And then they just the corporate speak people just kill the word and say it every meeting.
Pivot.
Let's
Pivot.
pivot. Oh God.
It's pivot.
It was funny. It was funny when Friends was out.
I
Oh
was
my
about to
God, they
say
ruined
that.
that for me.
They ruined it. Yeah.
Can we pivot? No, Ross, we can't.
Yeah, and then you want to reference Friends, and they're like, they don't get it, and you're like, fucking, you've ruined this shit for me. Like,
Right.
You don't even know what you're saying. Like,
Right.
you don't
Well, they
get
go.
the context.
Yeah, they go. Well, let's pivot, and then somebody who knows Friends will be like, pivot.
yeah.
They're like, why are you yelling? Like,
I swear,
either-
I've done it at least 3 or 4 times in my life of being in HR. Somebody said it.
Pivoting.
We all need to pivot. And I'm like, pivot.
They're like, why is he saying it like that? Who's this
Dad
old
just having
man?
this moment of random outburst.
The dude's got Tourette's. What's wrong with this guy?
They were just lacking some they were lacking some emotional experience.
Oh,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, like,
The
so
emotional
what does that really mean,
experience.
though? What does it really mean?
Lacking emotional experience? I don't know.
How do you get you get better control of your emotion? Is that the experience?
As you get older, or is it after you dated, 20, 30, 40 people and you eventually get used to it emotionally? Like, what is it?
I guess it's for those who get burned so much that they just become an arsonist.
Listen, there's one. I just looked at one on the list, and okay. Speaking of HR, there's one on this list that is so HR inappropriate that no one should ever say this ever again if you know the context behind it. Drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Think about it. Think about it. It's not the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah, jumping through the wall.
Oh,
It
yeah.
It is that, isn't it the Jonestown massacre? Like the guy
Oh,
who
it
killed
was like
all those
the cult.
people?
Yeah.
The cult. He made them
Yes.
drink the Kool-Aid and they all died. Stop
Mhm.
using this in your vernacular today. Stop it now. No more drinking the Kool-Aid, because if you know where that's from, it's highly offensive to people who are no longer with us. May they rest in peace.
And if you don't know, Kenny just explained. So quit
Right.
saying, "Oh, they are drinking the Kool-Aid over there."
These
They're
are the guys
alive.
that thought they were gonna go with the aliens, right?
Right. And the guy told
the
them,
real
hey,
scary guy.
yeah, with the glasses. Yeah, they thought they were gonna, enter the next realm, and they all drank this Kool-Aid, and they are no longer with us.
Yep.
So please don't ever say that again.
Next time that cult leader should give full transparency.
Go old school. Stay at my Kool-Aid. You don't know what flavor it is.
Look, we're just trying to set the gold standard. Ooh.
Oh,
Trying to champion this challenge.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I want to thank Dr. Green for championing this challenge, really stepping up to the plate and knocking it out of the park.
That's like that guy that you were worked with, that he was the only one that did what he was supposed to do while everybody else was not.
Okay, that's it. That's it. We're gonna trim the fat right now.
He accepted the psychological safety, which is why he knocked it out of the park.
I stood on business that day. I stood on business.
There was just no sense of urgency behind that task. No sense of urgency.
So for those of you, if you know, right? But if you don't know, random task was asked. I completed it. None of my peers did. Guess what? They were called to the carpet. There's another term.
Called to the carpet.
Oh, yes.
They were called to the carpet in a Teams meeting because they did not step up to the plate and meet the standard.
Yeah. Just for clarification, we did not step up to a plate without a timeline.
Well, listen, that's just the bottom line.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
Because
Why you
Stone
gotta be
Cold
so
said
dirty?
so.
Hey, quit trying to be an 800-pound gorilla, okay?
What is that? What the
What-
hell
what the
is
hell?
that? And I'm afraid to Google 800-pound gorilla, so somebody else needs to do it.
So many things can come up.
Just don't put anything inappropriate behind the word 800-pound gorilla, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
no.
Yep,
800
Dr. Green.
pound-
What?
explain it, because that's yours.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to look it up again.
Google.
Okay. It's a metaphor that describes a dominant or uncontrollable entity or company, often in business or politics, that is so powerful and influential that it's difficult to challenge or ignore.
Oh God, I know a bunch of gorillas then.
Oh,
wait.
look,
Well, why do they gotta be a gorilla? Why can't they be an elephant?
because there's always an elephant in the room.
Hmm.
Yeah, are we talking silverback gorilla? Are we talking like standard gorilla? Like what are we talking about? Like, you gotta get specific with the breed of gorilla.
I feel like this
so-
gorilla might be silver.
Silverback. I think so.
Yes.
So
silver.
here it is. It's kind of like, do y'all remember when AT&T was trying to buy, was it Comcast or
Oh,
like they were trying to buy another telecommunications company, and
Yeah.
a judge said no. So that's kind of what it means. It's like it's a situation that's making it difficult for other people in that space to compete or influence outcomes.
Oh.
So yeah, I can't compete with Big Llama and all of his amazingness from completing that task while I got called out on the carpet.
Listen, I'm just telling you, there's too many cooks in the kitchen. That's the problem. Is that, and I just happen to take charge. I hated that moment, guys. I hated it so much, and I want to say, honestly, there was a lot of moving parts, but I have to say to everyone on this podcast, I am so sorry. If I would have known that moment was going to happen, I wouldn't have said anything, or I would have done it. But I had no idea.
It's okay. You happen to have the bandwidth to get it done.
You did.
That's true.
But-
He was
but
the
we-
cash cow.
Yeah. the
Oh,
cash
what
cow.
is the cash cow? Because
Yeah, we got to Google terms tonight.
What? I'm scared. I don't want to.
Yeah, my search history, I got to be careful because my browser links to my work browser, and I don't want my home search history to be.
Cash cow.
Without looking at it,
800-pound gorilla.
I want to say you
Okay,
can
see if
milk
you got it.
You can milk it.
Okay, close. It's a metaphor for a dairy cow that produces milk over the course of its life and requires little to no maintenance. So, Kenny, there you are, buddy.
So is
Okay.
the cash cow like the person that makes the money? Like, if I'm a manager and Jake is an artist and I'm his manager, he's my cash cow.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't
Basically,
see how you could use that in the HR world.
so somebody who makes a lot of money for someone or an organization is really what the slang term behind it is. So that in this case, we all failed and Big Llama was successful. So he was the cash cow at that time.
That analogy or that term is so out of pocket.
Oh, out of pocket? No. No.
So out of
You
pocket.
Are you
did it.
sure?
We did
Are
it.
you sure? It's not when someone's being really aggressive and rough, and you're like, God, quit riding me.
Huh?
Oh my God.
That's an old school
I
one.
don't-
That's the
I don't think we're on the same page.
I was literally going to agree with you, but never mind.
Well, I don't know, guys. Can
I
we
went-
make
I went
this a
old
little more
school.
robust?
robust.
Listen, I hate myself when I actually say it in like real context. I hate
Mhm.
myself at that moment. Like I don't want to say any of these buzzwords. I don't mean to be corporate guy, but yeah, I think I said something to we got to get ahead of the curve on this one.
Oh,
I said
Oh.
that. I just said that we were hiring or something. And I said, "Oh yeah, we got to get ahead of the curve on this one." And the second it came out of my mouth and left my
Mhm.
lips, I
Mhm.
wanted to punch myself in the throat. But it just happened. It just organically happened.
It's
I
okay. Thank
wasn't.
you. Thank you for that full transparency.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I
my-
hated that. I hated myself.
it maybe it's just best practice.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
a great tip. Pro tip.
Oh, best practice. Get out of here with that shit.
But
Best
it's okay
practice.
because we know you're working in silos here.
Somebody explain
That's another
that to
farm
me.
reference. There's a lot of farm references on this list.
Silos means that you're individualized. Like you have benefits here, you have payroll right here, you have employee relations over here. You're in your own little life area bubble. And you're basically individualized in that
Oh.
department instead of being like a big team.
Thank you for doctor explaining that to us. But I thought the corn.
Explaining.
No, that was actually good.
Explaining.
No, well, yeah, I didn't want to say mansplaining. You're a doctor, my friend.
Put some
No,
respect
but
on his name.
right, put some respect on Dr. Green's name. If you see this man on the streets, it's doctor to you, bitches. Dr. Green.
Mm,
Anyway,
Dr. Green.
That's gonna be my voicemail from here on out.
It's Dr. Green to you, bitches.
You may call me doctor.
Hey,
Which,
hey,
just for y'all to know, I
Yep.
do not tell them to do that or say it. This is all on them. When I was about to graduate or I was about to finish my dissertation, that was the first thing Big Llama did was, nah, it's Dr. Green. Put some respect on your name.
That's what
And
I'm
that's
saying.
the way it's been ever since.
You
Well-
don't think if I had a PhD, I wouldn't call I would demand it. I'm a doctor, damn it.
it'd be on my door. I'd have it on the front door. I'd have it on the door just so my husband would have to look at it. I'd make him. He wouldn't call me daddy in bed. He'd call me doctor. Like,
Be like, is there a doctor in the house? Yes, there is, but I don't make house calls, bitches.
Unhinged.
Doctor.
Unhinged.
I refer to my wife
My apologies.
medically.
here, let's not lick the gift horse in the mouth, okay?
Why are we licking horses? Why are we licking
uh,
horses?
See, another farm reference.
They're all farm references.
What is with the farm references? Did we? Oh, I didn't grow up in the Midwest.
We got a bunch more. Look, we're gonna stay busy until the cows come home.
Why are they leaving the house?
Where
I'm
are
not
they
saying.
going?
Where's the cows at?
Who's
Like,
watching them?
yeah. Let's
That's a good
let's
point.
make hay. Making hay while the sun shines.
What is that? Again, the new one.
So it's basically taking advantage of the opportunity while it lasts.
Okay. We're gonna have
You
to
know-
table
I
that
think
one.
it's,
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
not,
put
I'm
all
not
your
looking
eggs-
at the. I'm not looking at the bigger picture.
It's okay. You don't have to put all your eggs in the same basket.
Oh,
Farm
I feel like y'all are getting your lines crossed.
yeah.
fishing.
I'm fishing for something from her.
I'm not. I
Hey.
don't.
No.
I don't seem to be laser focused today.
It's okay. We're all over the place. All right.
I
This
just
is a
need you to
big.
push back.
We're not playing chess. We're playing checkers.
Oh
How do
God!
we-
How do you call somebody
was
dumb
good.
without calling them dumb?
I'm like, I don't play chess or checkers, but I'll
Well-
take back to you right now.
Well, I said it backwards because the analogy is actually we're not playing checkers. We're playing chess. You gotta be methodical about your moves.
Mm.
What's
I'm a
the real
checkers kinda guy.
takeaway from this, though?
Oh,
Oh God!
What's my
You know,
takeaway?
I don't know if you're asking the question in like real life right now, Dr. Green, or you just like reading it off the list here. But I like where your head's at. I like where your head's at.
Oh,
I
you
think
like
that's a
where your head's
reference
at.
too. Like where your head's at. Jesus, can we?
how can we move forward from this?
Just
Oh.
ping me.
Oof, just ping me.
Ping. That
Ping
sounds a
me.
little inappropriate. I was just going to say that. Just putting
Ping
that out
me.
there. Just
Oh,
ping me
no.
later. No, that's not. Again, HR people, think about your words and what you're about to say, and stay away from some of these phrases. Like, yeah, ping me later. That can come back to hurt you in a court of law.
Here,
Say.
look.
It's
You use general terms.
Yeah.
You know how I love this word just because I know it, but I've never realistically used it. I need y'all to move expeditiously.
Oh,
oh
I'm
god.
like,
you know what?
can't
I
you just
love
say
that
you need
word.
us to move fast?
Right, exactly. But I do love that word from the movie Lean on Me. Morgan
I love
Freeman
the
repeats
word.
that word. Yeah.
I love the word, and I think it's good in an academic setting. But if you're looking at your
Yes.
employees that are making $10 an hour and you tell them to move expeditiously, I'm like, first of all, unless don't use that with anyone that makes less than 100,000.
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
Like,
They're not
because
C-suite material.
they're not
Mm.
C-suite material, and there's not an expectation for them to be using big words like that. So let's bring it down on the level that we work every day.
Exactly.
I don't go to
But no,
McDonald's and say, "Can I get a quantifiable amount of fries?"
Quantifiable.
Oh.
Oh, that's a big word
can I
for
get a
you there,
1/4
Jake
pounder,
from HR.
please?
1/4.
Can I get a 1/4 pounder, please? I believe you call it
I
the
had
number
Us real
Tasneo.
people.
But on that same note, where people tend to take it too high, there's people that take it too low. Like, I had someone one time look at me, dead serious. They're like, "Can you please make haste?"
What,
Did
we
they
I
get
said-
an
reading the
accent when they said it?
I
cast
said-
of Bridgerton? Like what?
No, that's what I asked him. I said, "Have you been watching too much Bridgerton? Are you from like the 16? Make haste?"
Please make haste.
I'm like, "Can't you just tell me to hurry like a normal person?"
It's mission critical. Did you know that?
Oh,
Make
mission
haste.
critical.
Honestly,
oh my God.
if it wasn't for Bridgerton, I wouldn't even know what that word means. So luckily, I had
Mhm.
watched it when it first came out too, and that's where I knew they got that word from. Make haste.
Make
Make
haste.
Make haste.
You
I'm
know,
like,
So pish posh.
fish bite.
it's really posh.
But
So posh.
But okay. So let's give okay. Because I am feeling froggy, but I would say let's give some people some grace here. Like if you happen to use one of these terms, you're not a bad person. You're not. It's when
No.
you repeatedly use either the same phrase or you use it in substitute of actual knowledge of something. That is when you are a complete tool. Again, if you happen to say it, okay, guys, we need to move the needle, and you don't know what the needle is, then you're an idiot. Don't stop using that term. But if you know that moving the needle means, selling more product or, increasing your revenue, whatever that number is, I get that. That's fine. It's like ingrained in corporate speak. But when you don't know and you're just spouting out all of these things, someone should call you out on your bullshit. There should be a position called "call you out on your bullshit." That's the person. He just or compliance. That's who we are. That's who we would be, right?
Goodbye.
Like, well, again, there should be like a meter right on your team's message. I'm going to sell this, copyrighted by the Big Mama.
Are you moving
There's
the
gonna-
needle?
I'm going to move the needle here, but there should be like a team's like voting icon where you just click on it when you hear either a buzzword and you're calling bullshit on it, right? You're saying you don't know what that means or you don't know what you're talking about, and when enough people vote on it, the teams would automatically say, "Please elaborate."
I completely agree because you've been in that conversation with that person who just has nothing but this monotonous amount of words that are useless in conversation. And so one of the words for me is, "Can I take something off your plate?" No,
Oh.
I'm hungry. Leave my plate alone. But in this
Yeah.
case, it's, "Can I take something off your plate to help you?" And you really don't mean it. You're full of shit, is what it is.
Or again, anything in reference to plates. Your plate is full. Let's take something
Mhm.
off your plate. You don't have enough on your plate.
Oh, you
Can we
lined
stop
up
the
on
food
plate.
references too? Like
Your plate's heavy.
yeah, your plate's very heavy right now.
Oh,
Ah, you're not carrying this plate. I am.
Yes.
That's a great
So,
call out, guys.
Yeah,
well,
I'm telling you.
I wanna tag on to what the big llama said. Know what the word means, but then know your audience.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
I've used every one of the phrases we've mentioned tonight and more. And I think we all have at some point, whether we are being funny, quote facetious, and playing around and joking, or we legitimately used it just because it was the right setting or the right audience. But when you're like a senior manager and you're supervising hourly employees, or you're like, an executive C-suite level, talking to like middle salary members of management, know your audience and use the right choice of words, and then don't use them so repetitively that we want to throat punch you. While we will never do it physically, hopefully we imagine it and dream about it sometimes.
It's a mental throat punch. That's what it is.
It's a mental throat punch that keeps us sane. But I do agree, like, just know what it means and know your audience and don't abuse it. Okay.
Mhm.
So that we like you more.
Somebody read this. I have to say this. Somebody read what was just sent to y'all, please.
Something was just sent to us in text.
Yes, it was.
Okay, let me look. Are we going to be deep diving into it?
Oh Jesus.
I just cannot stand it. Deep dive.
Ooh,
Like, am I
I
not
think-
deep enough in this crap already?
I'm sorry. I may not have the most appropriate mind with some of these terms. Because when I think of deep dive, I don't think of anything work related.
Oh no. We're venturing
You're
into
truly a
episode
thought
1
leader.
talk. Oh, a thought leader.
Well, no,
What
I'm
you
talking
doing
about
over
scuba
there?
diving. I'm talking about scuba diving under the water.
Oh.
What are y'all talking about?
Hey, look, it seemed
I-
like a win-win for me.
Oh, God.
We're
Okay,
talking about
listen.
deep diving into the ocean.
Okay, here's again. Now I want to talk about this not to be funny, but to be, because I had said like drinking the Kool-Aid. I honestly was being funny about that a little bit and realizing what it really means. We shouldn't say it, but I just looked up inappropriate corporate talk, right? That is problematic and could cause issues. So I'm not gonna
Mhm.
like, if it's way too offensive, I'm not gonna say it. But there's a couple of these that, based on how they were created, are not or should not be used, right? There's one called "open the kimono." We need to open the kimono, which again,
I
it
have
just
not heard that
kind of
one.
is cultural appropriation there.
Mhm.
Chop chop.
What is?
What's
It's making in front
first
of
of
What?
all, wow,
Yeah,
like is the chop chops like the inappropriate way of saying make haste? Like
yeah.
chop
It's
chop, like
it is. It is. It says it originates from a Cantonese word, which means make haste, chop chop, and it's kind of
Good
like being.
call.
can you
Um,
imagine? Can you
yeah,
imagine if your manager, your director, your supervisor told you like chop chop?
right, right.
Oh,
There's
mm-mm.
I don't even know
here's a
what I
couple.
would say to that.
Right, right. It's like, ooh.
I
But
would. I'd
no,
look at him and be like, "This ain't a restaurant. We ain't cooking.
it's not
Use your
choppy
big boy
chop.
words. Use your big boy words."
What is that?
Now these two here are inappropriate, I guess, because they make fun of Asians, but no can do. I didn't know that. I just read it here. It
No,
says the
I didn't know
phrase,
that either.
yeah, dates back to Western attitudes towards Chinese, which is markedly racist. Long
Wow.
time no see. It's like it's the same thing. It just goes back
I can
to,
understand that one.
yeah, it's just chopping up the language in a sense to sort of fit like a stereotype, or fit like and
Ooh.
again, you may use these and have no idea. So listen, this is why this podcast is awesome. You learn something, right?
Yeah.
Drink the Kool-Aid is on this list, and the last one, which I found I use it all the time. Grandfathering or grandfathering in, or the grandfather clause.
Mm.
Oh,
Good.
that's a good clause.
Yeah, I was like, I had no idea, but it has to do with Reconstruction in the American South and all this other stuff. It's again, you don't think of it as inappropriate, and you don't think, but when you realize like where some of these originate, again, I think we've come to the realization there's a lot of farm talk on here,
Mhm.
food related items, with plates and whatnot, and then just so just be careful what you say. So I had to share it because it was like, this is crazy. Like that, I didn't think of it that deeply until I started googling some stuff as we were talking. But
Mm.
But if you
interesting.
think of the culture of our nation, right? And I know that we've said this so many times. I mean, I've said this in the last week. We are a nation that is very easily triggered or easily offended by anything.
Yeah,
And some, like, the long time no see or long time no talk, I would have never associated with some type
no,
of like racial undertone or the origin of it.
Right.
Um, but everybody is so, a lot of people are hypersensitive to certain things. And
hmm
like, if I don't know, if I was Asian and I was hypersensitive, like that is a grievance waiting to happen.
right. Well, and again, that's why it's important. And again, I don't know that there's a lot of I don't know, HR seminars and stuff that talk about this stuff. I mean, yeah, we are mostly joking about some of the words that bother us, but like finding out something like this is kind of neat. It's like, whoa, I had no idea. And again, the intention I don't think is ever to be any kind of inappropriate, but when you realize what you're saying, you kind of have to stop saying it. Like I said, to drink the Kool-Aid, I don't want to say that ever again, knowing what I know about that word. But
What's a
even
better
though,
phrase for drink the Kool-Aid?
oh, I
No,
don't
drink
know.
the Kool-Aid.
Well, it has. I guess it has something to do with food at this point. So don't eat the biscuits, whatever.
Can we
But
make up our own today?
we should. We should. But we need to remember at the end of the day, we have to be
Oh.
proactive versus reactive.
Yes.
Why at the end of the day? Why not in the
At the
beginning?
end of the day has been ruined by TikTok for
Oh,
me.
oh
Oh,
yes, it has.
At the end of the day. When is the day gonna end?
We're highly paid, compensated individuals, so
Oh,
we don't work banker hours.
banker's hours. I hate that.
that's
I
a
hate that
slap
phrase.
in the face to
Yeah.
all the bankers. So I
Yeah.
apologize to all you
They're
bankers who just had to deal with that because
they're hardworking.
you're hardworking people. You count
And
my money.
they have weird hours too, because like I don't get that phrase anymore because there's banks that are open on the weekends. They don't close until
Yeah.
6:30. I'm like, like we might work until 6:30 some days, but most of the time we're out by 5. Banker hours are like 6:30.
And
Like
and
I get up.
you know who uses bankers hours? Haters. Haters use
Haters.
that
Yes.
because listen, if you got a good job or a good gig, right? All of us have had really good schedules, and some of us have really crappy schedules here and there. But when you finally land that one job that gets out at about 4:30 or whatever, and you got a good chunk of your evening, don't hate on that person. Don't do, oh, those are bankers' hours. First of all, you're shitting on bankers, like we just talked about. And then you're just jealous. You're just jealous because I get out earlier than you. So it's tough. Tough. Talk to your
Is
boss. Change your
So
schedule.
is it jealousy or is it they are not on your level? And the reason
Maybe.
why I say
yeah,
that is they need to get on our level because we're being efficient. We're being, and I'll use it again, we're being proactive and trying to get other things taken care of so that we're not having to be there at 5,
absolutely.
6, 7 o'clock. So don't hate on the people who are trying to strive to do better and be better and are better.
There you go.
I'm gonna take that information. I'm gonna put it in my wheelhouse.
Oh,
You can run that as a
I'm gonna put
flagpole, my
that
friend.
tool in my toolbox.
I'm gonna hold that in my toolbox.
oh my God. You know what term I use, and I honestly don't know if I'm using it appropriately, is gaslighting.
Gaslighting.
I don't know that I use that. I mean, I honestly, I will admit, I am addicted to TikTok, and so work talk and all the other places, they shape my vernacular. But yeah, I think I use gaslighting all the time because I see it in TikToks all the time. Like, oh, they're just gaslighting them. Like, I don't know what that means. I really don't. So,
Okay.
anyone?
I looked
enlighten
it
me?
up. Gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse
Uh-huh.
Oh,
or manipulation in which the abuser attempts to show self-doubt and confusion in their victims' minds. Typically, gaslighters are seeking to gain power or control over the other person by destroying the reality and forcing them to question their own judgment and intuition.
oh,
I
Oh,
associate gaslighting with cheating.
yeah.
manipulators.
I just think like
So
you're using words to just get somebody pissed off. Like that's what I think of gaslighting. But I am completely off the mark here.
so to use this term in a more of a, not that Jake from HR's was not accurate, but gaslighting is basically you have a narcissist that is trying to control you and trying to make you doubt your own sanity.
Ah, hmm.
So
Not
like
not all of
whether
us knows what a narcissist is. I read the definition of a narcissist.
it kind of goes in itself. It's someone who's trying to control you, whether it's emotionally, trying to control your memories, aka this is what I remembered happened. How do you remember it that way? I remembered it being this way. And then perceptions, trying to change your perception to their view. And then, a lot of invalidation.
Yes, I think we've all dated someone like this in our life or worked for one.
Worked for
True.
one is the good answer there.
I
Yeah,
mean,
worked.
you know what? You know what I want to admit also is I think, and this is my own mental process. I use words sometimes, and I'm pretty sure, I'm 90% sure I know what that meaning is. But when it leaves my lips, I go, does it? Did I just say that, or did it really mean that? Like I used it tonight. None of you caught it. I said vernacular. Is that accurate? I have no
Vernacular.
idea.
That's right.
I googled that.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I was
You
like,
used it right.
I just used it, and then
It's your
I
dictionary
went,
words.
Yeah, your own dictionary of words. That's a great way of saying it there, Jake.
yeah,
Good answer.
but I honestly like with the minute it left my lips, I was like, oh shit, like did I use that appropriately? And I said this is recorded on a podcast. Now they're gonna call me an idiot out there.
It's all right.
Jake
Yeah.
Jake used the word voluptuous.
Yeah. I use a
Or
lot of
tried to
words.
use the word.
I use a lot. Okay, so I use a lot of words that I grew up that I know are not grammatically correct the way I
Right,
use them,
right.
but I still use them. Like widja. You bring that
Would
widja?
What'd you doing?
What you
It's
doing?
like Larry the Cable Guy special over here. Jake yet?
Jake. I don't know.
Jake
I
yet?
want to respond to it, but it's a little racist. Joe?
What?
No,
Joe?
no.
I don't know that
The more you say it, I hear it. Oh,
It's all right. We'll put that out yonder and come back to it.
We'll lay that out to Pastor.
yeah.
Put that
more
out to
farm.
pastor. We ain't gonna talk about it no more till pigs fly, okay?
Oh my god! And I actually get that now. I mean, it means never. Okay, got it. It took me a second to register. When will pigs? No, never. Okay, got it.
Look at that Red Bull.
And you
the
know
Red
you
Bull
were
commercial.
the Red Bull commercial, yes. But you remember when you were a kid, you were sitting there trying to imagine a pig flying. You're like, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
And I'm like, no. Oh, that's why. Okay.
Did they put that on a Red Bull commercial?
yeah,
It gives
was
you wings.
those are dumb. Those are really
We
dumb.
gotta look. We gotta
Okay.
look at these buzzwords in a holistic way.
Oh, I cringed. I need to go
Oh.
shower. That's the word that makes me want to
Holistic.
shower holistically. Like every time I've ever used that word, I give a preemptive speech. Look, I'm gonna use this word and I hate it. I hate it. We gotta look at it holistically. Like I feel the pain. Like just say, look, we need to look at this in reality and bullshit.
We need a more organic version of that.
Organic version.
Organic, because
I can't. That's when I tell people. Once again, my sarcasm comes out. I'm so sorry. I can't afford organic right now. Too expensive.
The way these egg prices are built.
That's a good one for
Give me the
that.
one with the hormones.
So have y'all ever heard of the term "Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater"?
What
I've
you know?
heard
What
it,
I
but
have.
That's like 80s. That's like from the 80s and 90s.
I have not looked it up, so I don't understand what it means. But I've heard it a couple of times in the corporate world when people are. Does anybody know what it means?
No,
To me,
well, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was
Let's
gonna
guess.
say, to me, it's the way I've always heard it used is basically pay attention to what you're doing. Don't lose track of what's in your hand or what's in front of you.
I think I'm right there with you.
Ah.
That it's don't, you know, it's okay with just this one part. Don't throw everything out with it, right? But it's so vile. Like, are you that bad of a parent that when you're cleaning out the bathwater, you forgot the baby was in it? I don't understand. Like, that's not a don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, you just dump the bucket, like, and the baby's in there. I don't understand. Like, that's something people did.
Well, it's an idiom that you used, and it's basically saying don't discard something valuable or good when trying to get rid of something unwanted or bad.
Yeah, but it's a baby. Like, that's like that's like visceral. Like, can you? Okay, Mama Mel. Sorry, I always say Mama Mel. Sorry at one point every episode. But like, how do you throw a baby out? Like, that's like the term doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't even know how to say that.
I think another term that closely relates to it is don't let one bad apple spoil the barrel.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's very similar. Like, don't get rid of the good with the bad, or don't let the bad poison the good.
But if that apple has mold and it's like, you know, fuzzy white mold and it's touching other apples, yeah, I'm throwing out the other apples. I don't give a shit.
No, you just put some caramel. You put caramel on it and make it look nice and pretty.
Oh, hell!
And then you give it to that person that you want to throat punch.
No.
So you're the guy that we don't go and trick or treat over to that specific house.
No, I'm not a creeper. All my candy is sealed and airtight. I'm not that weird person that gives out pre-made bags of popcorn.
Oh, kitties get a caramel apple. Yeah. No. But the whole thing behind it was back in the 1500s, according to y'all Google. The phrase likely originated in the 1500s, referring to the practice of families bathing sequentially in the same tub of water.
Oh, that's more vile.
It is more vile.
So that's the whole family bathed in one tub and with the same water?
Shotgun first.
Have y'all not watched the, what is it called, the World's Greatest Cheapskates, where the mom she makes them all the same bath water once a day because they're I mean, I don't want to sit in my mom and dad's juices. I don't want to sit in my own juices. I don't even want to sit in my own juices. Even when I take a bath, I shower after I'm done.
Saying juices.
Yeah, stop with the word juices, bro. You're killing me, man. I'm like over here like
You
cringing
say
every
Welch's,
time.
bro.
I'm hitting you with a bruh.
Okay,
It's like,
okay.
yeah, like that.
I don't want
Juices
to be up in
got
the.
me
I don't want to be
triggered.
up in their Kool-Aid.
Oh, that was great because
I want
you
my
kept
own
saying it.
Oh yeah.
Juices.
No.
Oh.
Mel's just looking down with disappointment.
You have
No.
you have that yeah, I'm like I don't know what to say about you three tonight. Listen, you've got that person that changes the English language. Okay, so we're all in agreement, right? Agreement? We're all in agreement? Well,
Agreeing?
We're all in. We're all in
Agreeance.
agreement.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
all in agreement. I'm like, agreement?
That's a
Yeah,
cringe.
no.
What we got to change the language for?
Yeah, no.
Or,
No.
that sentence alone, like, there's just so much to unpack there. And I'm
Oh,
Agreeance.
you just keep using them. You listen, Mel, you were effective tonight with your buzzword game.
I'm just trying to make an entire conversation out of HR buzzwords.
And not
I think
juices.
you big six never.
You
The
know
juices
what?
and moist. Never use those two words ever.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Please, no, thank you very much. No, thank you very much.
But
You know what? I think
you-
we need to have a little quick powwow.
Oh
Ooh.
God.
You know what? You can close the gap.
Oh,
Let's sunset that.
Oh,
sunset.
oh.
Oh God.
Sunset it.
Don't take something beautiful and ruin it.
Mhm.
Exactly. Make it corporate speak.
Oh,
We're sunsetting that program. Oh no. Like
that is
You're
such a
so-
political term too. When they use the word sunsetting, and I'm
That's
like,
about. It's
no.
like going to your spouse, being like, "Can we take a break?"
Oh.
what?
I need to trim the fat.
The
Let's
word
take a break.
sunset, like saying I'm going to sunset something, I'm going to bring it down. It's like equivalent to telling your partner that you want to break. Like, okay, just say it the way it is. You want it to be done over and over. It's dead. Like, let's not dance around the bush.
Oh.
Or beat around the bush.
Beat around the bush. Yeah.
But
Well,
you know what you could do?
Where
You
I'm
put
from
that
is
on the
dancing
back
on the
burner.
bush.
Oh,
Put it
you
on
can
the back
put that on
burner.
the back burner.
My back burner doesn't work right now, so
I don't even want to know what you mean by that. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that fat right there and move
You
on.
gotta take
Trim the
that
fat.
offline.
There you go. Take it offline.
take it offline. I don't want to take it offline because then we'll just,
Don't you
might
hang
not,
up? Isn't that what you do?
I might not be able to revive it.
What about, have y'all ever heard anybody say, this seems to be like a paradigm shift?
What? Every time I hear paradigm or quantum, I'm like, what are you selling? Dish soap? Like, I don't know what
Scientific
that
terms?
means.
You know what? I had to Google this one too now because I want to know now. Quantum.
What
I think
about
of like the Big Bang Theory when I hear those words.
Hey, that's that blue sky thinking, guys. Blue sky scenario.
Sky thinking. Mhm.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's a fundamental change in approach or underlying assumptions. That was less entertaining as I thought it would be.
It's okay. The sky's the limit.
You can reach for the stars.
Oh my God, you guys! I just when I think we cannot possibly have more cringe, we get even cringier. Like reach for the stars.
Well, sometimes you gotta get in the trenches with your folks.
In the trenches.
That's true.
Boots on the ground.
Oh,
as former military, that is the worst.
yes.
I actually used "get in the trenches" in our last podcast, and when I heard it, I was like, "Ooh,
Felt dirty, didn't you?
who let me? Who said that was a good idea?"
No.
Look,
No, this.
reach for the stars. And it crossed in my head what I meant to say was reach for the sky. Because that's what
Mm.
Woody says on Toy Stories.
Reach for the
Reach for the sky. As all of us do it at the same time.
Is it
Right.
cringier that we knew, although you said it wrong, we all knew what you were saying?
Yes. I think that's scary. It's scary that we know these things.
All right, so
Circle back.
although let's reel it back in.
Ooh.
Although these are cringe and they are
Thus,
uncomfortable, and I can make fun of each other for saying these. What are your top 3 buzzwords that you cannot live without? I'll start.
Oh, that you use. Okay. This is a good one. It's a good topic.
Reel it back in.
Oh, hell.
I'll ping you, or you ping me.
Feel dirty.
We'll touch base later.
I love touch base. We'll
touch base.
Oh man.
While they're thinking,
Go ahead.
while they're thinking, I want to throw out a random nugget. I always tell people at the end of conversations, call me, ping me if you want to reach me.
I like that. That's good. And
Kim
you need to
Possible.
explain that. Okay, there you go. Good job.
I
Good job.
got it the first time he said it
It's
to me. I'm like,
impossible. Everyone loves a good
Impossible.
ginger cartoon.
Hey, whoa. He's not the only one that was awesome in that show. It was Ron Stoppable.
Ron
Ron's
Stoppable.
Stoppable.
Yeah.
And
Ron's the
was-
kind of friend that I would probably murder and hide the body because, like, he's gonna get you killed.
what's the character's name? The guy who plays the voice. He's the brother of Corey Matthews from Boy Meets World. Eric
Will,
Matthews. What's his Will something? Did we just lose everybody?
Yeah.
No,
for
I'm
some
still-
reason.
and
here.
we're back.
Y'all all left for the Boy Meets World comment. Screw
No,
that
I
guy.
answered. I said it's Will something.
The boy left the world.
Oh boy. I think mine are.
Sorry.
No, I think I don't want to bring it back. I'm gonna reel it in, as you would
when
say.
you said Boy Meets World, all I thought was Finny. Totally off topic.
The feeding call. I never thought I would do that.
Oh man.
Okay, thank
Great
you all
show.
for
Great show.
thank you all for
Wholesome
listening to our
show.
90s life that we had. It was great. Topanga,
Yes,
Danielle
we know
Fishel,
she was the love of your
still
life.
love you. Yes.
Our next episode we'll cover.
Can anybody get Danielle Fishel on here, please? My words that I don't like, and we already said it because I cringe because it still just makes no sense in general corporate speak. Move the needle just rubs me the wrong way, and I cannot stand it. And so I 1000% do not use that. I make fun of people who do use it. And so that one, and because I'm a little, I guess, ridiculous and petty, lean in. That lean in thing, like, I know you want us to do better or do more, but telling me to lean in, all I imagine is somebody standing up at a stand-up desk in this meeting, and they're leaning in, and then all I hear is right on the keyboard because they leaned in a little too much. That's what I think about, and I'm like, this is dumb. Just saying. And
I don't know what lean in means entirely. All I know and have been taught is how to lean back.
That's
If
right.
if you get the Fat Joe reference.
Exactly.
Back again to the late 90s, early 2000s.
Aging ourselves.
Yes. And I think the last word for me is circle back.
Oof.
Don't have to
Circle
circle
back.
back with me. Do not circle back with me. Like, I'll talk to you later. Let's use normal language. Corporate speak does not have to be its own little thing.
Right.
So that's
Circle
mine.
back.
My
I'll
2
connect
cents.
with you.
Yes. What about you there, Big Llama? What are yours?
Okay, so I am guilty of saying it, but I hate it. Is let's not reinvent the wheel.
Mm.
Yes.
I like
Because
that one though.
I like it and I say it a lot because I always try to like clean up a process or something like that. But I find myself saying it so much that I kind of I'm making fun of myself at that point. I'm like, oh, let's not reinvent the wheel, guys. And I'm like, oh Jesus, why did I just say that? I sound so douchey when I say it. So I'm like, no, let me not say it that way. Let's put our heads together. No, I don't want to be close to you and you might have lice. We're not putting our heads together. It's not happening.
Monetize it, baby. Monetize it.
Oh jeez. And the last one, bandwidth. If
Oh,
I hear bandwidth come out of somebody's mouth, that is virtual throw punch. The bandwidth will be my hand hitting your width. That's what it's going to be.
the width
But
of
no,
this hand is going to go across your face.
right, the width, yeah, your backside or wherever, somewhere. But listen, that bandwidth is again, it's so annoying because it can be positive, it can be condescending.
Mhm.
Like if you're talking about somebody's like plate who it runneth over, you can say, oh, they don't have the bandwidth right now. They're dealing with too many things, or you can be questioning, do they have the bandwidth to do this so they can handle it? Like it's like no, I hate that word. It's annoying, and you've overused it, corporate America. So stop it.
Why can't we just say capacity? Do they have the capacity to do it?
right. I
Because
don't
they
know.
don't oh, as Big Lum would say, they don't have the respect on their name. So I guess they don't
Mhm.
know how to use that word.
The
Just saying.
capacity.
Or they just can't think outside the box.
Listen, and honorable mention. I know we said 3. C-suite. C-suite.
Oh,
Whatever executive level. I don't give a shit what floor they're on. Stop. Okay, we get it. The chief, the higher up guys, those guys, yes, get it. Vice president, executives, call them what you will. But when you go at the C-suite level, like I don't care. I don't care where they sit. I don't care if they're in the top of the building, if they're under the building. I don't care. Stop it. Stop it with C-suite. Just say, hey, the vice president, our executive, whatever. Just say it.
The
Just
big
stop
wig.
coding it. Yeah, the big boss says this. Okay, no problem. Got it. C-suite. Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. I hate when people say, I'm just trying to get the corner office. Like, there's no windows in this corner office. Like, what are you talking about? I don't want a corner office. I just want an office with a door. Okay? Just give me an
Right.
office with a door. I'm fine.
I'm going to work with the D suite team.
Mm.
We don't
I'm
do
working
C
with
suite.
we'll do the A team.
A team. Yeah, I want the A suite. I don't want the C suite team. I want the A suite team or the B suite team. I don't want the C one. I don't want the second loser.
That would be the third loser, my friend. I guess the
No,
first one would be the first loser. B
no. Second place is first loser. Third place is second loser.
First is worse, second is bad, third is better than all the rest.
I made
Ah,
I made your gears
We
grind, didn't I?
you
we've
did, you did.
officially entered elementary school talk. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
First is the
So
worst. Second is the best.
Yeah, we're certainly not seeing eye to eye here, guys.
Oh.
Mama
Okay,
Bell
I
is
need y'all-
bringing us all back.
Take us home, Jake.
okay. So the ones that I use a lot are proactive versus reactive.
Mm.
Because
I've heard you say it.
Yep. Full transparency.
He's being a punk.
And there's 2 more, but the one I use the most is let's touch base. The one the one that I don't use very often, I try my hardest not to use it, and it's a love-hate relationship, is let's make sure we're not driving from the back seat.
What?
That's
Because
a good one. That's a good
That
one.
is a good one.
if you're in charge of projects or you're a leader, you need to be driving the car, not in the back seat, just telling everyone what to do in hopes that we get to that finish line. Like, you need to be up there driving it. So
The
but yeah.
cart before the horse. What about that one?
the cart before the horse. First of all, it's like putting the car before the engine. Like, let's move it up to the 21st century. All right, but then you're gonna get some sarcastic person talking about what Teslas don't have engines.
That sounds like a lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts.
You know, on this episode, we hit the ground running right away.
Right away.
Yeah. Hey, how about this one? Ooh, that sounds very sticky.
What?
Okay.
Oh, like a sticky situation, I guess.
Yeah, it's like that's a sticky situation. I'm like, I just look at people like, what? Why do you guys say it's sticky? Why can't you just say it's a weird situation, or it's a complex situation, or it's a fucked up situation? Why we gotta say sticky? This ain't this ain't the airport bathroom.
Oh,
Like-
okay. All right. I'm lost on that one. I'm going to jump to this one. The other word that I hear a lot whenever you're doing recruiting or talent acquisition is job hopping.
Job hopping.
That word annoys me to no end. Like, you don't know what's going on in somebody's life. Somebody probably said, I don't want to work here because this place sucks. Or,
Yeah.
hey, I got my experience, so I moved on.
Right.
You don't
Okay.
know. So don't call them that.
I want a squirrel. You get a resume. They've had 17 jobs in the last 10 years. What have they been through? 17 jobs in 10 years.
It's a no for me.
It's a it's a no for me, but I really want to meet him and just be like, what were you thinking?
Tell me about this.
Yeah, like
Tell me about your
what
life.
are you looking for that you haven't quite found yet?
Yes, like if
Listen,
someone's
it could've-
stalking you.
No, it could have been 17 layoffs. Okay. You just never know. In
You know what?
this economy,
You joke, Big Llama, but I actually had a resume where they had, like, in the last 4 years, they had 5 jobs and they had the experience we wanted. And I was like, let me trust my gut. And I called every single employer, and every single one of them was like, oh, he was amazing. You know, we didn't want to have to let him go, but his position was eliminated. Every single company eliminated his position. And I'm like, ooh, karma is making up for
Yeah.
something he did as a child.
No luck,
Right.
Chuck. Dang.
I
he is
know.
the most
No luck,
unluckiest man
Chuck.
alive. Oh my God. No.
I will tell you, because I was in that position. I was in that position myself, and while you sitting there doing that, I was like,
someone was gaslighting you.
Yes. Thank you there, Jake from HR, gaslighting me over here. I'm about to knife hand you.
Mm-mm.
But I was in that position, and it was kind of like, it was the last 3 companies I had been with. They had a layoff. I go into a new organization, and the comment was actually made, and it didn't hurt my feelings. I'm like, well, if you called them, you would know what the situation was. I didn't do anything. It was just the economy said goodbye, and so I had to go. But now there is some other things, like I was with that organization for a few months, and then I moved on to a position that was, what some people would say irresistible or dumb to pass up. And so I had a choice: stay over here and make half of that, or go to the new place and make double what I was making and have a better life for my family. So I hate it when people say job hopping, just because, like you said, they don't know. They don't know.
There's a slogan for that. Money talks.
Oh, yes.
Money
Yeah, and-
talks. Loyalty walks.
And look,
Mm.
good for you for stepping up to the plate. You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You got to give him a chance.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
if you want boots on the ground, you got to hire the right people with the right temperament.
You're gonna raise the bar.
You got to raise the bar. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, I always want to circle back and just say that in full transparency, I love you guys. This is an amazing podcast.
Yeah. You are the elephant in the room.
I'm
Or the-
just glad doing this podcast. We just didn't reinvent the wheel. We did good with this.
Exactly. Take that, HR besties.
Yeah.
I
do.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I do want to throw a little bit of reality on something that was
Let's
touched
go.
on. A little bit of help, a little bit of education,
Mhm.
which is if you do have a lot of jobs on your resume, make it as lazy as possible for talent acquisitions to have to figure out why so they don't pass over a great candidate.
That's
Put on there your job is eliminated. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there now. I'm going to squirrel. We need to do a whole segment on how people should do their resumes
Ooh.
and what they should and should not put on resumes and how they should format it. That would be a great topic because it kind of ties in with my comment today, which is put a little bit of description on there. If you left a company after being with them for 3 months, put in there left for a better job opportunity. Or if you were laid off, put position eliminated. Don't just put you've had 7 jobs in 5 years and expect someone to look at it and go, wow, this is the person I want to work here. It's like they're not going to, they don't get that warm, fuzzy feeling in their stomach to want to hire you if you've had, one job every year for the last 17 years. But if you do have holistic reasons as to why it's happening, just put a little note on there. It's okay. It's not the weirdest thing I've seen on a resume. To me,
Make it
those are
organic.
that's the selfie pictures that people put on there. That's
Oh,
organic.
please, God, don't do that.
Yeah,
Please
stop
don't
doing
put
that.
pictures on there. And you know what? I'm going to squirrel moment with you too. Do not put a picture of yourself on your resume. Let me tell you why. Discrimination is so thick when it comes to hiring, whether it's intentional or unintentional. You have to lean in more and realize that a picture can make someone go, I don't like their outfit. I don't like their nose. They got the
Right.
beady eyes. Whatever it is, that you're opening yourself up for discrimination instead of getting that relationship built like you should in that interview.
Mm-hmm. Photos are not encouraged.
Nope.
No,
At least well, in most jobs. In some jobs, if you're
Yes.
gonna go be a model, go and do them headshots. You want to be on, Becky's OnlyFans. Send Becky,
Right.
send
Damn it,
Becky that headshot.
Damn it, Becky. Or do an AI headshot. Do that. I mean, it's
Oh, that's a good one. In which I want to know if y'all have y'all ever used an AI headshot before?
I have.
You have.
I have. Wait, didn't we all do that?
Yes.
Didn't we
Not
all?
me.
Didn't I send pictures of people where I did it for you?
That
Not
wasn't
me.
me. I did my own, and I looked like a delicious hunk of a guy, and I was like, "That's not me."
You look good. You look good, my Dr. Green. I got to admit, but that's why I knew it was AI. Anyway,
Dang.
I saw mine. I was like, this is the picture I'm going to give to the plastic surgeon in 10 years and go, can you make me look like this?
All
I
right,
need this muscle right here.
let's
Sure.
synergize right now. Let's synergize.
So I
and
gotta
let's,
say, this is great synergy, guys. Great synergy.
So let's wrap it up. We'll just go around real quick. Your one nugget, your one pro tip for everybody based on tonight's episode. We'll start with Mama Mel real quick. What do you want to tell the peeps out there, the HR folks, real quick?
Listen, whether you're using proactive versus reactive, at the end of the day, there's a lot to unpack here. Whatever it is, if it helps you get your point across, use them. Use them responsibly. Use them knowledgeably. I don't know if that's a word, but make sure you know what you're talking about when you're using them. You will never catch me using like cash cow because I have no idea what that means. Also, I think it's weird if you're using a farm animal in an HR setting. Just
There you
use
go.
them responsibly. I'm not shaming you. You do you, boo.
Exactly. Good advice. Dr. Green, what's your advice for the peeps out there?
The advice I would give to leaders, most of us have been in some type of leadership position and know what we've seen and heard and dealt with. You will always hear me say, be true, real, and authentic. So just say what you need to say. Don't take out the corporate speak. When I want to tell Big Llama, hey, I need this taken care of, what can we do to make it happen? Or be real, be to the point. You don't have to talk about, at the end of the day, let's put this on the back burner so we can raise the bar. I ain't worried about raising the bar. I'm worried about making sure that my task gets done. And that's all that should matter. And of course, be a real human. Just tell it like it is. Tell the truth. Be open.
Nice. Jake, your parting shot.
My words of wisdom would be to I think it ties in with what everyone is saying. Be authentic, be yourself. There's nothing wrong with using analogies and verbiage and words, but don't overdo it, because just as much as people can be judged for being unintelligent or not smart enough, you can be just as harshly judged for trying to overcompensate. So, find yourself in the middle. There's nothing wrong with pushing to use bigger words and to seem more intelligent, but you don't want to come off as incompetent, because that actually will hurt you more than if someone looked at you and said, oh, they're missing a skill, versus, oh, they're so misusing a skill. So those are my parting words of wisdoms, my boots on the ground comments.
Got it. Mine is this, I think echoing or piggybacking on what everyone is saying. No, be authentic, be yourself. But honestly, if you mess up, just own it. Just own it. Have some self-deprecation, right? Like, okay, I messed up that, I don't even know what that means. Be honest about it. If something comes out that you said it and you go, you know what, did I use that correctly? Just do that, because there's an authentic, like you feels genuine when somebody can call themselves out on their own bullshit, right? Like if you find yourself using the same phrase over and over again, you know it, you feel it, you see it, especially when you're doing training, when you're doing meetings with, that have like scripted things, you tend to lean on a word as a kind of a nervous crutch, right? Call it out. Call it out. Like you say it, you go, man, I'm using this word too much right now. And it's funny, it breaks the tension and it brings it back to levity, right? Like you can just enjoy the moment and move on. But again, just be yourself, be authentic, and be as genuine as you can. But if you happen to use these buzzwords, it's okay. Just don't make it your entire personality and who you are. And with that, Jake from HR will take us away for tonight's podcast.
Thank you all for your mandatory attendance this evening. And until we call you into the office, as always, remember, hate has no home here.
I love it. Everybody, good night. Well, that's another episode of the Four Friends Trying to Figure Out HR. We didn't solve anything, but hey, at least we tried.
And by tried, we mean we laughed, we overshared, and we probably violated some HR guidelines ourselves.
But remember, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Don't take our advice. Seriously, don't.
And if your HR manager asks, you've never heard of us or this podcast.
Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and join us the next time as we keep trying to figure out HR and fail spectacularly.
Now, go be productive, or at least pretend to be.
And tell your boss that I said hi.
Tell your mom I said hello.
So your daddy, I said, hey.
And remember, hate has no home here.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week again for a fresh round.